Okay, it's recording. Hey, hi folks. Welcome to another video. In this video, we'll be going through GPT-4 first impressions. GPT-4o first impressions. GPT-4o for Omni has launched during the week. I couldn't get time to look at it, so today I did some, uh, you know, digged a little bit deeper into it, and here are my first thoughts on it. Okay. So let me share my screen and we'll get started. Hope I'm good. Okay, yeah. So GPT-4o has launched in this week, and the pretty improvements to the GPT-4 model. I've noted them down few to go through in this video and what are my thoughts on it. Okay. And another thing, the screen that you're seeing is Arc browser. I'll be doing a video soon on this as well. I've been using it since it's on beta. I think it's openly released for Windows users. If someone Windows users watching this video, you have to try this browser. The thought process of this browser is a little bit different to other browsers, how they arrange tabs and workspaces you have. It's pretty neat one. I would like you to try it, and we'll have a video soon on this. Okay, now jumping into GPT-4. So I saw the video on it, and I think the CTO has launched it, Mira Murati, and the pretty good things on the GPT-4o. O for Omni, it seems like, and it's a multi-model. It can take in additional documents such as images, or you can give it a URL, and seems it should crawl that URL and get data out of it. But in the Reddit threads and somewhere I saw there are some issues with it, but should be fixed sooner. And here are the highlight points that I got to see in this GPT-4, right? 4o. Sorry. One thing is the faster responses. So comparatively to 3.5 or 4, GPT-4 got launched in 2023. The GPT-4o launched recently. Seems to be GPT-4 seems way faster in this arena. Like the responses are pretty quick. Even there are some videos on Reddit that I saw. GPT-3 is still making responses by the time GPT-4o had gave a response, and to and fro chat has been happened for 3 to 4 times. Those kind of examples are also out there. And they also talked about native processing. Not sure what that native processing really is. Does that mean the processing that happens normally, is it happening nearer to the user in the network chain comparatively to that? I think someone from internal GPT team should comment on that, but that's my thought on it. Maybe it is happening somewhere nearer to the user in the network chain. And second thing is, they have mentioned something on data analytics over the video. I went through this video. I would comment down this in pinned comments or down in the summary section. You also go through it, and it's such a nice video, that the release video, right? Introducing GPT-4o. Okay, so they talked about advanced data analysis. So this is one thing that excited me. I would like to really try this feature. Is it something on giving it unprocessed data and it gives processed data out of it, like finding relations in between that data, or analytics out of it? Is it that way, or is it like you give it a graph or a chart, or it would be able to process that and give responses to the questions? That I need to see, but this is something that excited me. And one other thing in this particular point I would like to mention is, I think it's not yet supported through this GPT, but Excel processing, right? So if Excel or worksheet processing, if there is a model that would be able to take that worksheet and have an LLM model that process it, and you could converse with it, and it responses based on the data that's in that Excel. That's a huge use case further that I'm looking forward to, and someone would definitely build it, and I'm looking forward for that day, because that changes everything that happens in enterprise industry right now. Because believe me, majority of the enterprise systems are on Excel is an old software, I agree that, but still a lot of finances happen through Excel. So that's a great use case further that I'm looking forward from this GPT-4 model. And the other things that I've really liked in this demo that they gave is, there's also a demo that they gave. I would like you to go and watch this video. I'll pin it down, but in the demo that they have this tone variability. So if you see
a bit there. Mark, you're not a vacuum cleaner.
Breathing in more differences before you can start speaking real-time responsiveness. So that means that you don't have this awkward you might know it really has that capability.
Fantastic. Thanks for asking. How about you?
Pretty good.
What's up?
So my friend Barrett here, he's been having trouble sleeping lately, and I want you to tell a
Story about robots and love in a world not robot. Always explore it. Let's add some drama. Once upon a time.
it was talking normally, and the person here who's giving the demo asked is to a little bit more dramatic and see how it
Got it. Let's add some drama. Once upon a time, in a world not too different from ours.
If you hear that, with your headphones or something, it has changed its tone, and later Mira here also says to make it a robotic voice, and it does, and it's pretty neatly done. I mean, I was impressed, and that's something that I'm looking forward to use. But the thing with this GPT-4o is it has limited access to free tier users, and paid users has 5 times more capabilities than free tier users. So there are some limitations on using this model, but yet it's out there, so it's something that you could get your hands on. And this tone variation on top of it, right, I would like to add another point. So previously when I used to use GPT 3.5, I used to have this issue of, while conversing, having blank responses in between, like the audio would be broken, but the response in chat would be completely written. So I thought it's an issue with my own particular use case, because there might be some network issue or internet disconnecting. I thought that, but during the demo too, I saw those gaps in between the response, but not sure if that's a coincidence or that's a feature that these people talked about, that it will listen to you as soon as you start saying something, instead of waiting for it to complete its sentence. So it could be either of it, but that's one thing that I noticed. And the other thing that I saw is you can give a live video as a context to the GPT.
There was a robot named Bite.
No, ChatGPT, singing voice.
Oh, butter.
You just seen the voice capability.
You can solving a math problem.
I'm all ears.
And I'll show you.
See it.
GPT.
Yeah.
What equation did I write down there?
What happening here is the person who's wearing this green t-shirt is giving an quadratic equation and asking the GPT to solve it, and he's live feeding that into the context of GPT. That's such a great use case. And even further down the line, he also takes a live selfie video and asks questions on how am I looking, am I ready for interview, or such kind of questions could also be asked to the GPT, and GPT would respond to you. There are videos out there on that as well. I would like to try that as well, which is great use case. Like live video feed can be given to GPT as context, and GPT would be able to process it and give you back responses. That's an awesome thing. That's future is way exciting than it is now, right?
I see it. Stop.
And another thing that I like is screen sharing to the GPT. So yeah, they're bringing out desktop applications to this GPT. Currently it's available in as a mobile application. the ChatGPT. Now they're also opening it for desktop application. They also shown that demo as well, and it's out there. I think you can download it and try it yourself. It starts here, right? Yeah, this is one of the application that I've seen them demoing. Is give the snippet of code to the GPT into its context, and it will be able to explain it, and you can ask questions on top of that code, like what is this particular part doing, and what is this function foo is doing here. That is pretty neat, right? And further to this, they are also able to share their screen live to the GPT into its context. That is what excited me most, because let me tell you one thing. Let me see there, and let me, yep, yeah, this part, right? If you are seeing my screen, this part, this graph that is being shared as a live feed as an input to the GPT. That's awesome use case, and GPT would be like, GPT was able to answer questions on what is the maximum temperature that you see in which month, and what is that. It was able to answer those questions, right? And another thing that I would like to say here is that they only gave a demo on this particular, graph as in live feed input. But if there is this use case of sharing your coding console screen to the GPT and having someone while you're writing your code, is a great use case. But I'm not sure how feasible that is, and how much tokens or energy that it would consume for the GPT to process that. But that's a great use case, because currently what happens to developers is they use some inhuman objects, such as normally they use yellow ducks, that quacking ducks there, right? They use them generally. Any such kind of an object they use, programmers use, to walk through their code to that duck while debugging something. So this would reduce that part. Like, what normally happens is, when you're explaining something that you did to a particular object, you would realize what really you are doing, and it would point out mistakes if you're doing something. But if there's some additional help from GPT to look at your code and talk to you while you're coding, as a conversation happening while you're coding, that's a use case that could be a hit among developers. But yeah, to use that as well, right? It comes to the how much capabilities the GPT have, and other thing is how open enterprises are to allow this into them, their coding culture, right? Because code is proprietary, what do you call, property of the enterprises. So that's one thing. So these are my few notes for this release. And yeah, they have another demo of, yeah, this is what I told, right? The person is asking how do I look like, and you can ask questions more on top of it. It looks like you can ask, am I looking good for an interview as well? This, because that was out there in OpenAI's YouTube channel as well. I think you can have a look at that as well if you are interested. And it feels interesting, looks exciting. GPT-4o, had to get my hands dirty and try it. And for the every free tier user also, they have limited access for it. So if you are a free tier user, you're not paying $20 per month, you can go ahead and try GPT-4o. It is faster, way faster than GPT-3.5. Future is looking promising with this GPT, and we have to see how forward this would take the whole humanity. So with this, I would end my video. If you're looking for more content such as this, please do subscribe, like, share and comment. This is Anuraj signing out. Thank you for watching this video. Bye. Peace.